What up? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And look at you. You done stumbled upon little OTB Saints, where we bring you all the latest black and gold coverage.
Who are the Saints going to draft? Who's going to be their quarterback? What does the salary cap look like? All that information and more.
Hope you enjoy it. Like, subscribe. So Carl Granderson's great. We like that. Marshawn Lattimore's badass. I know that wasn't a pick last night, but still pretty tight in my book. That was a crazy play. The 16-play, 75-yard drive definitely got a little sketchy and frustrating in the red zone, but still a hell of a drive. We're right here. That's a potential game-changing drive. Give the offense a little confidence. Defense a good rest. Defense responds a great stop, and the offense did nothing. But the defense comes up again, gets the fourth down stop, and then the offense did manage to do something, only to fail later on. It's just crazy. We always talk about it on Saturday, but with the LSU offense, but it is crazy with the Saints defense how small their margin of error feels as well.
Yeah, that's a great point, actually. I mean, this defense probably feels like they can't give up more than like 21 points going into a game. Now, last night you scored, obviously, 24, but like you feel like you have got to be one of the top 5 defenses in the league when you go out there.
Well, and again, you only gave up 24 if you're the defense.
True.
So,
God, and the effort on that pick 6. Go get the guy on the ground. What are we doing?
It's an awful throw.
No way. Yeah, it's a bad throw, but no way that guy should have scored.
Yeah.
Either. Like, it's just like they were like escorting him into the end zone. Guy's head's on a swivel. Look, if you get laid out, you get laid out. It happens to all of us.
I mean, other things that I like, it's really just the Mike Thomas touchdown catch. It was awesome. It was one of the
and he
best
does
catches I've
seem
ever
locked
seen.
in.
Yeah, no.
Like,
and he's got a
things
good
we've said
attitude. He's
about
not
it.
complaining. He's
Right.
saying put it on the players. Like, no, Mike Thomas has been great.
Going back to the 16-play drive, it's still like it felt so hard to get in from the 4-yard line.
I know.
It felt so incredibly hard to get in from the 4.
But you got in.
Yeah, you did.
But you got in.
You did. It took bringing in your quarterback / tight end / running back / receiver, Taysom Hill, to do it. And he's also the one that picked up the first down on 3rd and 3. So, I
don't hate that.
No.
Take advantage of your weapons.
I like that. I like that portion of it because he was very patient. The touchdown run was fantastic. It was a power. He allowed it. Saunders kick out. Here comes the guard. He allowed everything. And I love it. But when you do that, he can do a lot of different things as well. Like, if you have this unique weapon and you're surely going to use it, Taysom's on the field a ton, also be creative in that package. Use him for all the strengths that he has.
That was a great catch by Taysom. That's true. He had a good catch as well. That leaping grab on the that was on the touchdown drive. Yeah, that was the 3-play right away drive. But then again, the season of sad continues as Foster Moreau just, the incredible story, coming home, beating cancer, somehow playing in the NFL this year, and then in a must-have-it situation, it's the game that you play in your backyard all the time growing up. I did it more with basketball, but we also used to do it with football, right? The old 5, 4, 3, 2, game on the line, ball in the air, gotta have it, and it's your opportunity, and I mean, you got to catch it. Just popped off his hands. And now this story that was on the edge of putting what an incredible flourish it would have been to this whole tale now just gets wrapped up in the misery of this bad New Orleans Saints team. It is a brutal game. Sometimes football is. And you can see how badly it affected Foster after the game, head in hands, helmet in hands. Finally, as you're seeing here, Juwan Johnson, Alvin Kamara kind of getting him and bringing him to the locker room because you know how hard your boys work and everything, but Foster's got to catch it.
Yeah, it's brutal for everything you said. And look, Foster's a friend of ours. Let's don't try to hide it. I mean, we know Foster incredibly well. He's a hell of a football player. I mean, there's a reason New Orleans signed him, right? And it was there to be made, and he had made 3 or 4 catches already in the game. I mean, he is a good player, good athlete. He's not a yackle tight end that's a Y that basically plays tackle. I mean, he can go out there.
Some great blocks on some critical third downs.
Yeah, the toss to Kamara on 4th down.
Yeah.
So, look, Foster's a hell of a player. He'll come back from it. He's mentally tough. We said it, look, when he was diagnosed, we said it. He's as mentally tough as anybody we've ever met. He'll move past this. Does it sting? You bet your ass. It's going to sting
for the home crowd, too.
Look, he's from New Orleans, home crowd. I'm pretty sure he's a captain for the LSU game this weekend. Like, it's going to sting. But again, we're talking about one of the strongest people mentally I've ever met in my entire life. That's before he beat cancer. I would have said that about Foster Moreau. He'll bounce back. It's a brutal situation. It would have given you an opportunity to tie the game. I say opportunity because Groupie hit the uprights on an extra point. It would have given you the opportunity to tie the game potentially. It was right there. It's a play he'll make every other time. So, I mean, look, it is what it is. Like those T, you know this, but like even if you would have like won that game and that happens to you, you think about that for a long time.
Yeah.
Like I fumbled in a game against, I'm trying to think who we played. The Titans. We were up by like 40, right? Guy hits me, tears my labrum, ball goes out, and I'm just thinking about this
soft, dude. Can't hold on to the ball. What? Because you tore your labrum. Jeez.
For like multiple weeks. Like you think about, man, gosh, could I have done something better? Like when the ball was on the ground, could I have found a way to grab that? I mean, so as a competitor, it's going to crush a lot of people. Foster Moreau is not one of those people I worry about it crushing.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where the Saints go. I don't know where the Saints go from here. It feels like this season is dangerously close to spiraling out of control.
How about the offensive line? Like you get a Cam Irving basically off the street. He grades out at 75%.
Let's go.
In pass protection. Max Garcia grades out at 87%. But the first-round pick, and he's playing a little bit out of position, Andrews Pete, 18.2%.
Well, okay, so Pete's kind of indicative of the Saints' cap problems, though, because Pete would not be on this team if you already didn't have so much dead money and everything else tied up in Pete. Like, the Saints' strategy to push off cost down the road, because the cap's going to rise, it works if the players whose cost you are pushing off, because you're going to have to retain them, right? They have to stay good. But here you have a player in Pete who's probably not good enough to be on the roster, but is still because he has to be financially. And it's it's feeling like it may finally be time to pay the piper in that regard. We'll see. We'll see how Kai Harley and company try to manage it this time around. But
I mean, but when you start thinking about T-Bob, how many young players are on this team that you would, the old Jon Snow meme, defend with all your honor no matter who's coming for them? Like, how many players would that be?
No, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I guess Olave.
I'd still say Olave. I know everybody's mad at him. His body language is poor.
Right.
But he's the only one that I think is for sure part of the future. And that has to do with what they invested in him too.
Lattimore?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but Lattimore feels like someone who's not going to be the right age to be with any reset.
He's young for his draft class. We talked about that yesterday.
That's true.
2 years younger than most in his draft class.
No, it's and again, you could have had Doug Peterson, man. Jake was right. We were just all too close. We were just all too close to the situation. Chief should have taken us off the case. You got too much emotion tied up in this thing. You're too close. Sorry, rookie. Hand in your badge. Said, no, I'm telling you, I'm about to crack it. About to crack the case. Carr is the answer. And Detective Hester tried to tell us no. Jake and the Fat Man was wrong. Wow, just amazing black and gold takes right there, Jake.
I don't think I've ever heard any takes that are better than the two guys that just gave you that take.
And you can keep getting them by going ahead and liking, subscribing, ringing the bell to get notifications when we post. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next OTB Saints.